Can you hear me? You got something fuzzy growing out of you. Hello.
Yeah. So Larissa, all the way over from America, representing 360 million people. That's quite some responsibility.
Oh yeah. Nothing I'm not used to though. So did it for the World Catfish Classic, and now I'm here for Team USA at the World Carp Classic, and I couldn't be happier. Definitely blessed, and definitely just honored to be here representing America.
You were recently into carp angling, really, and I mean, you were over in Romania recently as well, so I understand.
I was, I figured, I had to get my feet wet. This is definitely a big boys game here, this Carp Classic. Haven't done any type of fishing like this before, and figured I want to learn something, get used to what this carp game is all about. So I joined up with Frank Warwick and Jason Can on their team in the 100-hour straight tournament. And the one thing I did learn about carp fishing from them is seriously, if I can spend 100 hours straight with Frank and Jason, I can pretty much do just about anything.
Yeah, I think that's probably about right, really. They're two very special characters, and I put that in inverted commas. That's great stuff. Well, look, I mean, you've obviously got some big waters in the States and different things, and you're not unfamiliar with catching big fish in different locations. Do you want to tell us about some of the other fish you have caught?
I've definitely caught a wide variety of fish. A lot of things interest me. Actually, recently after the Catfish Classic, I was on a tarpon tournament.
Right.
And caught about 100-pound tarpon and placed in that tournament. I've been all over the world pretty much. I've been to Thailand, caught some Mekong catfish and red-tailed catfish. Really, my next trip, which I really want, is a nice peacock bass and arapama from the Amazon.
Well, the event's not over yet, and I mean, there's been sections and people that have actually, all of a sudden, they've had no fish, and then suddenly 1, 2, 3, 4 rods have gone off. So
that's the plan.
That's it. Well, good luck, and look forward to seeing you guys later on. Well, I'm down here now on the in one of the sections. This is Pescalise peg number 7. I'm down with one of the Italian teams, with Daniele and Riccardo and the guys here for the feed up team. Guys, you've caught 6 fish so far. What are your feelings about the event so far then?
It's not enough, but we are happy because we know that it's a hard lake and difficult lake, so we are happy, but the first one I think was something like 30 carp, and he have a lot of kilos, so we are doing the last 2 days and we hope for the best, so we finger crossed.
Yeah, the guys from Feed Up have been tremendous supporters of this, the World Carp Classic, and they've been great help to actually help put the event together here. You know the lake, you know how it fishes, you know the baits and the tactics to use. What sort of tactics are you using here?
We are using the feed up baits, for sure.
Of course.
We are using just bait about zero gravity of 20 millimeter, and the color is so yellow, so fruity, tasty, and just boiling and a bit of particles. Not a lot of baits, because you have to check where the fish is. Yeah. And after that, when you start to have the carp run, you put the bait. So the fish are in close here? It's better because everyone is fishing something like 200 meters, and we are in the middle of the beach, you can see it, and we are trying to take the fish near us. Right. So we are trying to do this, and we had the results. So. But I was looking to actually see where the nearest competitors to you were. I almost need a pair of binoculars. The space in between the pegs here is massive. We have a lot of space here, yes. We can fish so distance with 4 rods, and I can say hi to the team. But for the rest, everything is okay. We are so happy. Thomas Duncan Dunlop and Martin Locke fishing together in the World Carp Classic for the first time here at Lake Bolsena.
Lovely place, isn't it? We come out in April time. The event has fished exactly how we saw it, didn't we? Loads and loads of fish coming out, big fish as well, stunning creatures. Unfortunately, in our little area, we haven't got that many fish about. We're still trying, and I imagine if one of these go over, there's a good chance it'll be the biggest one in the competition. So we're still giving it a good old go. Yeah,
it's all, it's in the luck of the draw, and there's obviously favoured areas and less favoured areas. At the minute, we're in less favoured area. 4 days in, and not the full yet. Nothing out in this section, I don't think, is there? But we pulled out the bag enough times before. One take, all it takes, isn't it? Yeah. All changes.
Exactly. I mean, talking about the draw, obviously with the system we've got, you get 10 seconds, having drawn a peg, to decide on whether or not you keep it or not. quite a few people picked up pegs and put them back.
Yeah, exactly that. Our thought process, we went round as, you know, we was here 3 days, I think, before the event started. We had a good look round as best we could. And it's so hard, you know, we weren't going out, you couldn't go out in a boat, so you're looking at areas and trying to judge sort of how deep it is. And that is what we was trying to aim at. If we knew where all the weed beds were in sort of 15 foot, then whoever sussed that are much better anglers than we are. You know, but even the Italians, they were looking. I mean, Roberto and Riccardo, they was on stage, and I was looking at them, and I'm thinking, if they haven't really got a major clue, because there's only some areas that these guys can fish.
Yeah.
And if they're struggling with the tour, then we haven't really got a... But now, next year, there'll be a lot of people gunning for areas, because there's guys down there that are having a world of a time, haven't they? They've had, I think there's probably 10 pairs that have caught over 100 kilo of carp all through the night. They could rip off at any time.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Like we're hoping for a take, they're expecting them.
Yeah.
It's the areas where you'd normally expect the carp to be. It's from 3 to 6 metres, big areas. This one, unfortunately, what looked like a reasonable sort of depth was up to about 150 metres where we're fishing out. It's 1 metre deep, and it just drops off into the abyss, you know, the centre of the volcano, far past our markers. That's just a chance to take. You know, we've got a race track, something if they come by, if anything comes by, I'm absolutely sure we'll nab it. But the areas the boys are in, where they've got multiple catches going on, it's just areas you expect to catch carp. It's anything from 10 to 20 foot, and it's huge areas, and they're all catching in those sections, you know. The buzzers still, it goes to the wire when the heads drop, ours don't. We know just one fish, of,
Yeah,
you
definitely.
know, whether it's a big fish which we'd be expecting if one come along, or a small one there to win this section, I would think. So it's all guns blazing for the last 24 hours for us.
Yeah.
Well, look, good luck, guys, and
And well done on another brilliant event, mate.
It's
You must
been
be
excellent.
proud, mate.
Excellent.
Yeah, and good luck to the guys down there. Next year we'll be in amongst it all, so watch your back.
Into the lottery bag again. That'll be the one. Can't you warm up a couple of balls?
all right, and guys, good luck, and we'll see you later on. Cheers. Well, I'm delighted to be here with Tim Paisley and Steve Briggs, two of the most famous carp anglers of all time, and delighted that over the years both Tim and Steve have fished in quite a few of the World Carp Classics. Tim, how do you compare this one to other events that you've participated in?
Well, it's been very similar in that I've got a lousy draw and I'm catching nothing. But other than that, I love Medine, but the problem with Medine was that everyone knew where the winning peg would come from, or one of two pegs maybe. We knew which pegs might produce a fish, so you're in hope, and we knew where the no hope areas were. Now we've come here with an open mind. We've tried to get a feeling for the water. You know, all the boys have been out and had a look, and I think we got our criteria slightly wrong. I think weed is the big thing here, which we didn't realise that at the time. So it's had the unknown factor, which is exciting coming here. The end result for us has been that we've all put a decent section back and drawn one that hasn't produced fish. But I think the venue is magnificent. Yeah, stunning. I will risk it again, you know, that draw. I think if you're doing the 200 pegs that you're talking about, I think you've got to do a straight draw in future, otherwise we're going to be there till Monday dinner.
In fairness, that does take a long time to do.
Brilliant infrastructure. You know, the chalet we were in, the chalet village we were in, where we got the 3 chalets, all the team together.
Yeah.
The local wine is good, the local beer is good, spaghetti bolognese, I love it. So apart from the fact I haven't caught anything, it's been bloody marvellous.
Well, that's great. Well, Steve, you've been catching over the past, you've caught some great fish. Do you want to talk about the tactics you're actually using here at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty basic. In this area, we haven't got much weed. That was the main thing. I mean, we was looking for weed. As we know now, that's the main feature to look for here. And we haven't got much. We've got little bits, but what we have got is a ledge at about 120 metres.
Right.
And it's quite a basic swim to fish. You know, that is the main feature in the swim. We've got a very shallow ledge going out at 120 metres. Then it drops off and gradually drops off into the abyss. Sort of. So really everyone's fishing along that line of the ledge. But what we have got here, there's a stream coming in there, just in between us and the next section. And that in itself is a big feature. The temperature of the water coming in on that stream, it must be 10 degrees lower. And maybe not so much now as the autumn comes into play, but in the summer, you know, I'm sure that make a big difference, and fish are going to be attracted to there. And there is some weed there as well. So, you know, that in itself, I think we've got a good peg in this section. But, you know, the whole section so far hasn't caught a fish.
So at the moment, I mean, really, one fish could actually win the section.
That is what we're angling for. We're using slightly different tactics. Steve has gone on the weed, on the drop-off, down to about 20-25 feet. I've gone for the deeper water to try to get lined up with where the effect of the river seems strongest. So I'm in 38-40 feet. I'm just leaving it. Steve's making the odd change.
Right.
And we're just trying to come up with, we've just got the feeling that if anything does come this way, one of us is going to be on, you know, on the right line.
Right.
And we're well aware one fish could win the section. Our other two pairs are in this section. Whoever gets that one fish wins the section. The other two pairs will never hear the last of it.
There'll be some serious bragging rights on that one.
Because you see, the big thing at the minute, not to sound bragging, we've won 2 World Cups, as you know. So Chile and Jacko are here because they won the World Cup in America.
Right.
So we keep hearing about this World Cup win in America. So every time we get that one, we say, yeah, but you've only won one, haven't you?
Yeah, exactly. All right, well, guys, thank you very much. Pleasure as always, and look forward to actually hearing that you've caught something down here, and then absolutely section winners.